my view on the Juggalos is, you know, night and day compared to, like, when I first started hearing about the Juggalos, I was like, what? A bunch of fucking trashy people wearing fucking clown fit. What the fuck is this? Like, I didn't, you know, but, here's the thing is, I've learned through the years now, Juggalos are very discriminated against. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but it's true. Like, when I started touring with them, it'd be like, if the Juggalo show was in town, you'd go to Denny's around the corner and like, oh, we're closed for maintenance. And like, they wouldn't let, they'd close the fucking Denny's down. And it happened like 2 or 3 cities where I'm like, yo, like, why is the Denny's keep the 24? I'm like, oh, because the Juggalos are in town. They close down fucking restaurants because they don't want Juggalos. There was one, I forgot what city we was in, but it was like, no clown makeup in this restaurant. It was like a nice restaurant. I want to bring my niece in there, and she had her look, like she was selling merch for me, and she had a little clown stuff on, and it's no clown. I'm like, you really discriminating against clowns? What the fuck kind of world is this? So it's really weird. And what happens is whenever I bring up Insane Clown Posse, like I'll see my fans, you know, being like, they're all white trash, meth heads, losers, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what makes you better than other human beings? So I do see it, like that elitist mentality, like we are better than these people. I see that in the Juggalo community. And when you start mingling with the Juggalos, you start going like, yo, these are just like people. Like, why the fuck why should anybody else believe they're better than a fucking Juggalo just because you don't have the same taste in music? And what I also learned is that a lot of them come from poverty, from fucked up households. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And they come and there's this community. A lot of them are losers. Like not real life loot, but I'm saying in the mind of society are losers. And they come to this, they feel like I'm part of a family. And the Juggalos take them in and go family. There's this thing that they go family if you're part of them. So they all become this community of like, we are family together. And I've seen it at shows where like it's all love. Obviously you see the ignorant asshole Juggalos and then everyone talks about them. Like, oh, that guy smoked meth or something. Yeah, so it's one fucking guy. But when you go into the community of Juggalos, it's like insanely, so much love, it's unbelievable. So like, yeah, I almost like feel like disappointed in myself that as somebody that came from poverty and trash and people in the family doing drugs and, you know, all this heroin addiction, all this crazy shit, and I'm the one being like, who are these clowns? You know, like who are these Juggalo clowns? You know, when I first started learning about them. But then when I started doing shows, way before I toured with the Insane Clown Posse, Juggalos would start coming up to me in the crowd and being like, yo, we support your movement, man. We support you. I'm like, oh, thanks, dope. I'm like, the clown supports me. You know, and then like a couple shows later, more clowns, like these dudes, and then they come to your page and be like, yo, we love you so much. And it's like, and I say it to them every night. I say like, yo, if there was so much loyalty and commitment to artists in the hip hop community as there is in the Juggalo community, like our artists, the hip hop community would be so much stronger. But we have this like thing where we think we're better than everything. So as soon as like some new hot shit comes out, they leave that artist. Oh, that rapper doesn't have a, you know, who's Onyx? They don't have a hot album out this month. Or who's this group? They don't have a hot album out. And rather than going like, yo, these are artists we build with and we learn to love, they look for one flaw. And once that flaw happens, they'll disown that artist for life and act like they was always terrible. Where like the Juggalo community takes the artists they love and they call it family, and it is. So I got, and not to mention, Insane Clown Posse themselves, Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, are like some of the dopest dudes you'll ever meet. Like on this tour, it was like, they just brought us in and it was like, damn, so much love from day one. So, you know, I can't say nothing but great things about them. It's like, I just got nothing but great things to say about them. And my fans get pissed at me, like, you're a faggot, you fuck with the clowns, you're a faggot. Like, they really hate my guts for touring with ICP. And that's why I'll go out of my way to throw extra pictures of that shit up. Like, hey, here's me with the clowns. Here's me with a Juggalo chick. Hey, Juggalo. And they're like, fuck you, I'm unfollowing you. I'm like, good. Here's more clown shit. You know, I go out of my way to put more clown shit up just to smack them in the face for being whiny bitches about it, you know? Well, imagine if Kool G Rap and Tragedy Gaddafi and even Sean Price before he passed, imagine if they had a cultural following like an ICP, where Sean Price could have went out and sold out all his venues, sold millions of dollars of merch. Like, imagine if the hip hop world you know, took to, or say Big L before he passed away, where like who was supporting Big L? Like, so these rappers die, you know, working their asses off because the hip hop community don't support like that. You know, they don't come and say, hey, I'm gonna buy your record, I'm gonna go see Big L or Sean P. And it's crazy, like, but when Sean P was alive, we'd go do some bootleg venues together. Like it'd be R.A. and Sean P, and it'd be like, you know, a couple hundred people show up and we're rocking, and then he passes away and there's lines around the block at, you know, at the venue in New York. It's like, why the fuck didn't you pieces of shit come see him when he was living? Because he was a great, great, great performer, great lyricist, great hip-hop music maker. And then everybody want to go, oh, clowns ain't real hip-hop, this ain't real hip-hop. You motherfuckers don't support your icons when they're alive. So if we had the support that the clowns had for our greats, these motherfuckers could feed their family. They could, you know, and yeah, they're so great, then come support motherfuckers, but they don't. So they have no right to talk about shit, you know?